Michelle McCory asked Lenovo's North American President of Operations how the company plans to hold on to its lead in the market.
Well, the strategy is fourfold. First, we're going to continue our protect and attack strategy. It's protect China, which is our largest market, and protect our legendary ThinkPad business, and attack emerging markets, our consumer business and mobile. If you look at over the last 3 years, that's been very successful. We've doubled our revenue. We've went from a loss to a very profitable business, as well as we've become in the #1 position. And if you look at our balance across the business is even better. 46% of our revenue last quarter was from our attack business, which we didn't exist 3 or 4 years ago. So we're going to continue that strategy. We're going to continue to grow at a premium to the market, and so protect and attack has been a huge success. The second thing we're going to do is continue to invest in innovation. We invested almost $450 million last year in innovation across the company, and we think it's a differentiator versus some of our competitors. The third piece is continue our scale and grow at a premium to the market. I ran the operations for Lenovo for the last 6.5 years, and the scale advantages we have now relative to when we started are tremendous, from a cost perspective, from an efficiency perspective, as well as a speed perspective. Lastly, we're going to continue we have a very diverse culture, and we call a global local company. 7 of our 10 executive members have different nationalities, and I think that having that richness and diversity has been a huge success for Lenovo, and we'll continue to have that diversification of our talent and our capabilities on an ongoing basis.
Now, Lenovo actually surprised many this year by announcing plans to manufacture laptops, PCs, and tablets in North Carolina here in the U.S. What was behind the decision to manufacture in the U.S., especially given the higher labor costs?
Well, as I said before, I ran the operations for the company for many years, and so myself, as well as some of the North America leadership team, were behind that strategy. And the labor cost is only one portion of the overall cost of delivering the product. Logistics costs are very important. So when you balance the overall cost of delivering and the flexibility and the speed advantages of manufacturing locally, we believe there's a huge advantage for having that capabilities in North Carolina. We will balance that capability across our other factories as well. But we think because the flexibility of the customer, because of the total landed costs, as well as the ability to be responsive in emergency situations or in situations where customers need products quickly, that having that capabilities of having that facility and the 115 jobs in North Carolina is very important to the overall strategy of the company.
Now, PC demand has been crumbling over recent years, with consumers flocking more to tablets and smartphones. So what is your strategy to increase your share of the market in those two divisions?
So I think more and more people will start moving to convertibles, especially as we get more and more capabilities and the price points come down. Second is Lenovo has had a lot of success in tablets as well as smartphones in other parts of the world. We moved to #2 in China in smartphones. We'll ship over 3 million units in November. And so we're excited by the growth and the appreciation of our share position. We're also #2 in tablets in China as well. So our strategy is to, #1 is to go get a beachhead in markets where we have a #1 position, for example, China, India, Russia, and we'll continue to grow PCs and our PC Plus strategy of both phones as well as tablets. And we've just recently launched a commercial ThinkPad tablet as well. So we're investing heavily from an innovation perspective. We're seeing a lot of success from a market share perspective and from a smartphone and tablet perspective in the emerging markets. And as we get the brand premium and the brand position and the leadership position in other mature markets, we will do the same thing in those markets as well.